Democrats need to chill the heck out. All that and more now on Graf's Grievances. There is no denying that President Joe Biden performed terribly in his debate last night against former President Donald Trump. Biden sounding frail, confused, and weak. The 81-year-old struggling to answer basic questions about his historic record of accomplishments, and entirely unable to correct the litany of lies coming out of Trump's mouth. According to CNN, Trump lying more than 30 times during the 90-minute debate about everything from late-stage abortions to January 6th, his felony convictions, and his own economic record as president. But while Biden spoke extremely softly and struggled through virtually all of his responses, Trump came across as strong, sharp, and in control, even as everything he said was a flat-out lie. This dynamic inducing mass panic amongst Democrats. Immediately after the debate, liberal commentators started calling on President Biden to drop out of the race for the sake of democracy. Watching MSNBC's post-debate coverage, you would have thought Joe Biden literally died on stage. And while I appreciate the spin doctors on cable news taking the night off and not trying to make Biden's horrific debate performance more palatable to their audience, the Democratic chattering class needs to chill the heck out. It was painful to watch President Biden last night, and the Trump-supporting media is going to run endless clips of this debate from now until Election Day. But this race is far, far, far from over. President Biden has suffered more loss than anyone imaginable. Biden losing his first wife and 13-month-old daughter in a car accident in 1972, just weeks after Biden was elected to the United States Senate at 29 years old. Many years later, in 2015, Biden losing his eldest son, Beau, to brain cancer at just 45 years old after the decorated war veteran and Delaware's 44th Attorney General returned from serving in the Iraq War. Biden also struggling for years to help his other son, Hunter, cope with drug and alcohol addiction. Yet despite all of this adversity, Joe Biden never gives up. This man believes with all of his heart in the goodness of the American people and has dedicated his life to serving them. If you think President Biden is going to give up now, you've got another thing coming. He is not going to be replaced on the Democratic ticket, and any airtime or ink spilled on that crazy idea is wasted. Joe Biden and Donald Trump are going to be on the ballot in November. And those names represent way more than just two men. This is an election about who we, the American people, are and who we, the American people, want to be. Trump promises to turn America into a dictatorship where he prioritizes revenge and retribution above all else. Trump does not care about anyone but himself. Meanwhile, President Biden stands for democracy, honesty, integrity, and decency. President Biden cares about you, the American people. And while Biden clearly failed to take his performance-enhancing drugs last night, he is far from being put out to pasture and will use the coming 5 months to show he is up to the task of being president for another 4 years. While the media is obsessed with Biden's performance last night, the American people overwhelmingly care about what Biden has accomplished as president. what he has done for them. And in this respect, President Biden has accomplished more for the American people than any president in the last century. Biden creating more than 15 million new jobs over the past 4 years, 6 times more jobs than the past three Republican presidents combined. In addition, President Biden signing into law the largest infrastructure investment act in history and restoring American democracy and the rule of law after Trump launched a failed coup attempt following his 2020 election loss. Make no mistake, November's election will be very close, with likely just a few thousand votes in a handful of swing states determining the outcome of the election. But Democrats have the best chance of keeping control of the White House with President Biden at the top of the ticket. Just as we have learned, this election is not about Trump's 34 felony convictions, sexual misconduct, racism, homophobia, and misogyny. This election is also not about Biden's senility. This election is about what Trump and Biden stand for and what they will do in a second term. Thank you for watching Graf's Grievances. Let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, share, and join me in the next one.